Mustangs, welcome to your Friday edition of the Daily Update. I'm Melia Masumoto.
And I'm Hannah Jones. Let's get to the news. It's day 3 of elections as some states still tally up votes. The road to 270 continues. That story tops today's Mustang Minute. Joe Biden has now taken the lead in Georgia, a state President Trump can't afford to lose. Many states, including Nevada, Arizona, Pennsylvania, Georgia, and North Carolina, are too close to call yet. Biden sits at 264 electoral votes, and Trump remains at 214. A candidate needs 270 electoral college votes in order to win the 2020 presidential race. In Minneapolis, judge denies the request for a change in venue for the trial of the 4 former Minneapolis police officers charged in George Floyd's death. Hennepin County Judge Peter Cahill declares the trial of all 4 officers will take place on the same day. Cahill believes that a single proceeding for all 4 officers will ensure that jurors understand all of the evidence and the complete picture of Floyd's death. The 4 former police officers will all be tried on March 8th of 2021. The judge will allow cameras in the courtroom.
Texas has recorded the highest number of COVID-19 cases in the United States. There have been over 900,000 cases of the coronavirus statewide. Cases continue to rise with new hotspots, including El Paso and the rural upper Midwest. Health officials say COVID-19 related deaths are surpassing 18,000. Texas Governor Greg Abbott sent additional medical personnel and equipment to areas hit hardest by the pandemic. With COVID-19 cases on the rise, there's a few things to keep in mind about testing. SMU-TV's Lauren Rangel joins us with more about coronavirus on the Hilltop.
Hey Mustangs, I'm Lauren Rangel and welcome back to Coronavirus on the Hilltop. If you start feeling sick and decide to get tested for COVID-19, there are 3 different tests available. Some may be better than others, but that all depends on your symptoms. SMU Dr. Arthi Krishnan explains the difference between each test.
The first are antigen tests. So an antigen is a toxin or substance released by the virus. And this toxin or substance is what is detected by the test. Antigen tests are best for people that are actually having symptoms. The antigen tests tend to be called rapid tests. We actually run them here in the health center. It takes about 15 minutes. The one problem with the antigen test is there can be a decently high false negative rate. So it's typically recommended to confirm all negative antigen tests with a molecular test. So it's the most accurate. This is the test that I recommend for people that aren't having any symptoms. It does take at least 2 to 3 days to get the result. Antibody tests, those are blood tests, and those only tell you that you've had the disease in the past. The conundrum with antibody tests currently is that we don't know when the infection was, and we can't truly say you have immunity. So really, the antibody test is more for curiosity. But we'll see, this is an evolving situation, but currently those are the 3 categories of testing we have available.
She adds that some doctors have access to faster molecular tests. They take between 30 to 45 minutes. The SMU Health Center has the machine for rapid molecular test. Right now, they are just waiting to get the testing kits. She hopes to have it running by the spring. Is there a COVID-19 question you want answered? Message at Lauren_K_Rangel. See you next week for Coronavirus on the Hilltop.
The number 18 Mustangs will head to Philadelphia to play Temple this weekend. SMU climbed to the number 18 spot in both the AP and coaches polls after their win over Navy. The matchup was originally scheduled for Thursday night, but will now take place Saturday. You can watch the game on ESPN Plus at 11 a.m. Central Time.
Online lectures, Zoom meetings, remote jury trials? Criminal justice is yet another sector that is adapting due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Here's SMU-TV reporter Brooklyn Hahn with more on the story.
Since courtrooms closed in early March, the state of Texas has been running virtual proceedings via Zoom and other video conferencing platforms. Although the remote proceedings are helping courts stay up to date, saving them time and money, there are drawbacks and even constitutional concerns with online court proceedings.
pre-COVID, we would have about 2,000 people in and out of the criminal courthouse daily. That's a lot of germs.
Witness stands and jury boxes are being replaced with webcams and computer screens. Virtual proceedings are becoming the new norm, and Texas is at the forefront, running the first ever virtual criminal jury trial.
It was a misdemeanor case out of Travis County, out of Austin, and it was broadcast on YouTube so everyone could watch it live. So I was one of more than 1,000 people who watched that case.
Although many feel that the trial ran smoothly, there are still many constitutional concerns when it comes to virtual trials.
It is written in the Constitution that any person accused of a crime has an absolute right to confront the witnesses against him in court. So that means that we cannot have a virtual jury trial.
There are also concerns regarding the various distractions that come with being online.
Think about if you're someone who's been accused of a crime and you're sitting here for your trial online, and maybe you have to do it from your car and you're distracted. I think absolutely jurors could take that as like lack of feeling sorry for, for what you've done or haven't done.
Despite the drawbacks, there still may be a future for virtual proceedings.
I think, for example, with certain more minor issues, with those types of proceedings, I think virtual should be used.
But for now, gavel slams are being replaced by mouse clicks. For SMU-TV, I'm Brooklyn Hahn.
If you would like to check out some virtual proceedings, you can watch Judge Mulder's hearings on our Facebook page or other Dallas County court proceedings on their YouTube channels.
Time now for your weekly roundup. SMU-TV's Kennedy Hayes joins us now to tell us what happened in the news this week.
I'm Kennedy Hayes, and welcome to your weekly roundup. Election day has turned into election week as vote counting continues in several key states. Voting results started rolling in Tuesday as we got our first peek at how the election is going. Several non-battleground states went as expected, with Trump winning states like Louisiana, Mississippi, and Tennessee, and Biden winning New York, Vermont, and California. However, we still await results from key battleground states that will determine the election outcome. Hurricane Eta has weakened to a tropical depression over Central America, but is expected to approach Florida early next week. The storm's life-threatening flooding continues in Central America, causing more than 1,000 confirmed deaths so far. It has brought heavy flooding and wind damage to parts of Nicaragua and Honduras, destroying more than 300 homes this week. Nationwide COVID-19 cases have spiked within the past week. There are now over 100,537 new cases. According to the CDC, this brings the nation's total COVID-19 cases to over 9,463,000. And locally in Dallas, rising COVID cases are affecting restaurants as fewer people are going out, and some Dallas restaurants have had to close their doors permanently. But some new businesses, like Mac's Boba Cafe, opened during the pandemic. Manager Mac Wen says seeing more people in cars this summer convinced him it was the right time to open. The shop is on track to open another location in Dallas next year, and restaurants in Dallas are also now allowed to open at 75% capacity. Due to social distancing during COVID-19, Thanksgiving tables might look slightly emptier this year. But this food writer from Tucker, Georgia, has not let that stop her from trying to create new recipes for others during the pandemic. One of Angela Hansberger's exclusive taste testers never misses a meal, trying out her latest recipes every day. This special chipmunk named Felonious Monk comes and goes as he pleases, getting to try an array of gourmet meals from spaghetti to sushi, and the table is never empty. For SMU-TV, I'm Kennedy Hayes, and that is your weekly roundup.
And that's your Mustang Minute.
To me, it's just a good time to kind of relax, forget about the schoolwork, come out with a good group of guys, and have a good time and play soccer. We practice Tuesday, Thursday, and games are usually one day a weekend.
We are officially 8-0-0, so we've won all of our games. We've had a really good season, so really happy about that.
We took it
a lot of freshmen this year that coerced with the team pretty well. So I think we have a good chemistry.
I feel like the guys have a lot of fun out here.
For more information about SMU Men's Club Soccer, visit their webpage.
Hey Mustangs, it's time for your 5-day forecast. It looks like we can expect nice temperatures and beautiful skies throughout the week. Friday, there will be partly cloudy skies. The high will be in the upper 70s with the lows in the mid 50s. Saturday, the sun will shine and you can expect similar temperatures. The high will be around 77 degrees with a low in the upper 50s. Sunday will be partly cloudy skies. The high will be 81 with a low of 61. Monday, you can expect partly cloudy skies again. The high will be in the upper 70s with a low around 65. On Tuesday, be sure to bring out your umbrellas and rain boots as a cold front moves into the area, bringing with it scattered showers. The high will be in the mid 70s, but temperatures will drop dramatically. The low will be in the mid to upper 40s. So get out and enjoy the weekend, Mustangs. That's your 5-day forecast for SMU-TV. I'm Hannah Jones.
It helps families.
Habitat for Humanity is important to community because we serve a population that often falls between the cracks.
It helps people who are in substandard housing or rental housing to actually be able to afford a home through the incredible generosity of both our donors, our faith-based organizations, corporations, and our volunteers all come together to build homes for families that qualify, that normally wouldn't be able to ever afford a home.
Habitat for Humanity is a lot of things to different people, but at the end of the day, our vision is just for people to have a decent, affordable place to live.
It's a beautiful day.
If you're tired of all the hounding between people in politics, you're not the only one. This year, a 6-month-old French bulldog named Wilbur Beast won the race for mayor in a small Kentucky town. For over 30 years, Rabbit Hash, Kentucky has elected a dog as its mayor.
This election raises money for the town. People anywhere in the world can cast a vote for $1. Wilbur beat the record for the highest number of votes in the town's history. He raised over $20,000, showing that anything is possible. Well, that's all we have for you, Mustangs.
Remember, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/SMU Television and follow us on Twitter at SMU-TV. If you have any story ideas, shoot us an email, smutv@smu.edu. Thanks for watching this Friday edition of the Daily Update.
Tune in next week for more news from the Hilltop. Until then, have a great day and pony up.
SMU-TV and the Division of Journalism want to thank our underwriters, North Park Center in Dallas, Javier's Gourmet Mexicano on Cole Avenue, and Advance ER off West Lovers Lane. We appreciate your support of student media.